I'm bringing you a few tips to wrap up your first term and prepare for your second term. Keep watching. Hi everyone. I can imagine many of our homeschoolers, we just ended our year and went straight into the holiday season. We didn't stop and actually do all of our tracking and record keeping that we want to do to prepare and smoothly transition to the second term of school. So that's what this video is about today. I'm giving you a few tips to prepare for your second term. Okay, so my first tip for you is to make sure that you have completed your grading. So go back and pull out all those worksheets that you may need to review or grade so you know where your kid is and where you actually need to begin for the second term as far as reviewing things like that. In particular, if you're with a state that requires you to track hours or attendance, or someone that you're working on a transcript for, to go back and just make sure you have all of those checks and balances in place. Make sure that your hours are recorded, make sure your grades, all the paperwork first of all is graded, and that your grades are logged and that you've actually finished everything that needs to happen for that first term around your child's education, just to put closure to it and to be wrapped up so you can move smoothly into your second semester. And second of all, to file those things away. Whatever filing system that you're using or organization system that you're using to keep track of their grades, to keep track of their paperwork, if you just wrap everything up for that first term and put it aside, whatever system you have in place, make sure you go ahead and follow through with that system as far as keeping your homeschool room organized so that you can seamlessly transition. So tip number 2 is just to keep your organization system in place, and whether or not you organize your classroom by subject area or material, to go ahead and get those things filed away so that you can have a fresh start. The third tip that I have is to actually decide on what day you're going to begin your homeschooling. That way you can plan around that. I know one thing that worked really well for me has been just easing back into things. So you may not want to dive right in for your full normal traditional day. You may want to try easing into it, especially if you have little ones. You may start with just a half a day or start it back with some fun activities as you are gradually getting back to your regular schedule. And lastly, which I think is really crucial, and it is a little contingent upon kind of having everything else done on the tips list that I've shared with you, but you can start here if necessary. If you just want to plan on organizing things at the end of the school year, you can wait and hold off on that, and you can kind of start here. But that's just going back and spending the 1 to 2 hours that it takes to do your curriculum planning for the first week. So when that day comes that you selected to begin schooling again, you have a plan already. Everything is already organized. You've already kind of pulled their worksheets out, their projects out that they're going to be needing to do, any type of reading text that is going to be necessary, field trips, and just kind of reconnecting with the schedule if you're in a co-op or academy or a homeschool group outside where you do co-learning together. Taking the time as a homeschool parent to set aside that 1 to 2 hours in advance to really prepare for your first week back is really going to take a load off of you. It's going to reduce the pressure that you have of diving right back in and to getting into your regular schedule, and just allow things to kind of calmly move forward into your second term, especially coming back from a holiday or a break, or a scale back of your learning in your homeschool. That time, it's hard, not just for the kids to kind of just come back and dive right in, but also us as homeschooling mothers or parents to just dive right back in as well. And so for peace in your homeschool, for peace in your family, and for peace of mind, I highly recommend, I think you're going to find that prepping for your week back in particular will make a world of difference in starting up for your second term. So let me just give you a quick overview of the 4 tips that I'm sharing with you in wrapping up and transitioning, just in case you missed them. The first one was just wrap up your grading. And your record keeping. So your hours that you're tracking if you need to, your grades that you're tracking, your attendance that you're tracking, wrap all that up. Number 2 was organization, and that's your file system, however you're keeping things neat and organized in your homeschool to make sure everything is put in its place, which takes over to number 3, which was deciding what day you're going to begin your second term. And then finally, once you've decided on that day, to do all of your curriculum planning for at least the first week so you can seamlessly transition and have a great and an awesome start to your second term for 2022. Thanks so much for watching today, and I'd love for you to join my community. If you haven't already done so, you can do so by clicking the subscribe button below. Also, if you click that bell, you'll be notified of every time I make an upload. It's free for you to join my community, and I'll bring you more content around homeschool, home, and family. So happy New Year, happy homeschooling everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.